Yo, what's good, guys? KosherTech here. So today we got some Corsair fans to review. Let's go. Now these are new from Corsair. These are the SP120 aRGB ELITE. Now you get a 3-pack for $76. I basically got two and I spent like around 150 bucks. And I gotta say, man, you are paying the Corsair tax. They come in both black and white fans. What I mean by Corsair tax is you're paying that extra premium because yes, of course it is Corsair. It's a reputable brand. Has their, the iCUE software, which is fantastic. Corsair has been around for a good minute. But anyways, let's break it down. Beautiful presentation. We have a performance RGB fan kit with aRGB technology. All it is, aRGB from the research that I've done, basically. I've just seen aRGB technologies. aRGB technology essentially is the cold air is being blown more directly. Usually, how the advertising is regular air from fans are just blown like little, it's not as direct. It's more like, I want to say it's just airware. But this, the aRGB technology is more direct. So that's what they're selling us over here. Anyways, we have 1500 RPM max, CFM 47 point. Anything I've missed, all the specs and anything that I've missed, I'll have it in the description below. These are 120 millimeter fans. Speed is from 550 to 1500 RPM. Basically everything broken down. Now what we get in the box is right here. We have 3 fan screws. This is their node core, and I believe that is it. So yeah, node core. Anyways, let's get to the unboxing. Can't wait for all these pesos. What we get? Let's see. So I like this actually, that they give us this little thing. Just pop it, boom. All the booklets and everything is here. That white does look nice. But anyways, let's just look at the booklets pretty quick. I am kind of curious. I should have broke this seal, but we'll keep this seal as is. Let's see what we get. Oh, we get more booklets. All right, so we get a booklet here, instructional guide. Basically just shows you. I mean, save some paper. Just everything is digital nowadays. You don't need to give us all this. More paper, waste, electronic. More paper, more paper, more paper. Anyways, we get screws. Nice looking screws. We have the core over here, the node core over here. Very simple. We have the USB 2 and we have SATA power. It supports up to 6 fans, and it is like Corsair. God, man, like from Corsair, like of all the companies, guys, give us magnets. Like, come on, I get this, but all these cases are basically all steel, man. Just give us magnets, bomb, we pop it on. And as well, heck, give us magnets and 3M tape. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But anyways, so this node core, guys, very simple. Now, very, very important. This node core is only for the aRGB functionality. It's not going to be for the fan speed. As well as if you want the fan speed, you're going to need to get the the Commander Pro. So the Corsair Commander Pro is going to give you the controlling of the fan speed, actually the PWM functionality. This is only for the aRGB effects, which I'm going to show you guys using the iCUE software. But anyways, the wires are pretty long. This is pretty dope. Very nice presentation. Now let's check out these expensive fans. Let's just see. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. They don't feel nothing like $75 fans or $76 fans. The fan blades are thick, so therefore your static pressure. I want to say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fan blades. I'm not sure. Yeah, so basically what it is, we don't have an LED, the RGB LED ring outside as well as inside, only the fan itself. And same thing basically here as well. And like Corsair got to stop this. Like the front grill for the push side needs to look a little better, maybe hide the wires a bit. But the wires are white, which is nice, but very, I don't know, it's like there's no flex, a little bit of a, not so much noticeable, but nothing like very like, I don't know. This is how they look. I mean, pretty decent. But nothing like, wow, like it blows you away. None of that from this presentation. The wires themselves, they look actually pretty long, which is pretty good. I mean, they're not thick, which is nice. So yeah, they're decently long. So these type of wires are very easy. You could just zip tie them or hide them a lot easier. Now what you're gonna essentially do is, as you see here, it's basically labeled 1 through 6. So obviously numerical order, we're gonna go number 1. We're gonna put in this 4-pin aRGB right over here. Bam, it's plugged in. And then what we're gonna do is, you could get the best way is, maybe, I wish they would have honestly probably gave us fan splitters just to make things easier, but get a fan splitter, you know, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, whatever way you want, or a fan hub, and then you could plug all these fans into the splitter or into the hub, and then basically plug the other end into your PWM, your 4-pin PWM header, which you're going to use to control it via your BIOS. That's my best bet. Unfortunately, you don't have that here, but you would basically need it. Or if you don't want to do that, you're going to have to find all the PWM headers on your motherboard, and then you're going to have to plug them all individually, and it's going to be really a pain. So get either a fan hub or a fan splitter. It'll make things a lot easier. But anyways, let's get to the performance and all that good stuff. Let's go. All right, guys, so we got the Ghetto Paper Towel test installed, just to give you basically an understanding and a look on how the airflow goes from the fans into the case, essentially. Now, this whole airGUIDE technology, I mean, what they basically did here is just made little cutouts in the fins when I showed you guys in the unboxing first, to just basically have more of a directional airflow. I mean, you guys see it here right now. It's running at 900 RPM. They are very, very quiet. But the airflow is just typical to how eddy fans do it. Let's turn it up to... Right now we're at 1200 RPM. Not bad. They sound pretty good. And we're about to go max in a second. And right now we're at maximum RPM. Again, airflow is pretty decent. As you guys can see, we're getting plenty of air. This whole airGUIDE technology is just a nice way of them saying that the fans are blowing air in more of a direct way. But let me know what you guys think of this whole airGUIDE technology. 1500 RPM is decent. I wish these fans actually went up to 1800. Why not? Let's get into the software and the RGB of the fans. They don't sound that loud as well. Pretty decent for that speed. All right, so guys, so I got the iCUE software up and running. We're just gonna basically look through the software really quick for the fans, but generally speaking, I mean, if you guys have the Corsair products, you know, your mice, your headphones, keyboard, everything is gonna be here. So I do have a mouse connected here, and then you could do all the effects. I have the headphones as well here. So the node core is what's connected, and then we essentially, these are like quick effects. We go to lighting setup and channel and all that, but we're gonna get into that in a second. Quickly, these are the presets. So right now we have it, I don't know, in some preset, we're gonna do a rainbow wave. So everything here is gonna be on rainbow wave. We have the rain option. So if you are using peripherals, you're gonna have the same thing going through your peripherals, your mice, keyboard, headset, and so on and so forth. Same thing, we have visor. So it does all their effects. And then the Corsair One Blue. So this is their blue, signature blue color, yellow, and we have this cool looking red. Now, you could add presets here. There's different presets. We could do like color wave, typing light up. So as you type, it lights up. We have, oh, did I get a bug? There you go. I guess it's not letting me do rain for some reason. And it's not letting me do, one second. Okay, so it's not letting me do these colors, CPU temperature. So as hot as your CPU gets, I guess the temperature is the colors are gonna change. And then we have spiral rainbow, and then you go to custom, and then you could add custom effects and direction, clockwise, counterclockwise, speed. I mean, you guys basically see it. Here we have the sensors, so CPU temperature, load speed, package, and so on and so forth for motherboard as well. So everything is basically broken down. Very similar to the Razer Chroma, to the Cooler Master. What the heck was the name of it that I reviewed? The Cooler Master Plus, right? I have the software, Master Plus software, right? So very, very similar. Now, then you uncheck it, it goes back to default how you had it. Now, quickly, look, if you're going with these Corsair fans, if you're going with a Corsair product, guys, keep in mind, you're gonna get into the Corsair ecosystem. So what do I mean by that? Now, if you cop these fans, if you're like, hey, I got other fans that are not Corsair, can I use them with the Node Pro? Not realistically, no. You could mod them. There's some things on YouTube there to show you could like modify them and have them work. But without modding them, it's not gonna work. There's a proprietary system which they use. It only works with their fans. Now, if I was in your case, if I was in your shoes, would I personally pay $72 for these fans for a 3-pack? No. I would go with other fans which I reviewed. I mean what were they? The Deep Cool CF120s, I think, and bunch of other fans which I reviewed. I could go with those. Those are $50 for a 3-pack. I'll cop that. I'll spend $100 for 6 fans, and then I could add in additional Razer Chroma, which is $40. So right now I spent $140. I'm good. I just saved myself money. You know, like I saved myself $12. I mean, and then I could switch out and I could switch those fans out and use other fans that are gonna work with Razer Chroma, guys. Like it's a no-brainer what Razer Chroma gives us in offers. But anyways, that's my little thing for the Razer Chroma. I mean, it is good, it's dope. Now we click on this, you get quickly, so I did have a little quick hiccup with the software. It defaulted for some reason to the QL RGB fans. I have no idea why it defaulted here. But if you are using the Elite fans, the SP Elite, it's not gonna be SP RGB fans. Initially, this is what I first thought. I'm like, why the heck am I only getting one fan lit up? No, it's gonna be this 8 LED fan series. This is the flippin' dumbest thing that these guys could add. Like, why don't you give us a more of a drop down? Because I had to go to forums and I actually got lucky and I found. So when you click on this, you guys obviously see the drop down. It says SP RGB Pro, SP RGB Elite, ML, and CX. I mean, we are using the SP RGB Elite, so it has to stay on this. Make sure you're clicking on this, and then it's gonna break down to how many fans you have. We are using 6 fans, so it's gonna be like that. Corsair, make sure you do an update to your software and make sure you get rid of this. Like, I don't wanna see this. Just have the names listed because I got confused. Other people are gonna get confused, and other people did get confused because I caught this in a forum. So guys, it's a software fix, so please fix it. Next, we're gonna go to lighting channels. Now, of course, this is where all the fun stuff with all different RGBs. You were having a breakdown, a visual effect here, which is cool, of fans and whatnot. Now, we're just gonna stick to custom, to the profiles, that presets which they have. So, I mean, you have this preset, you have a bunch of presets. My one complaint, guys, WTF is the lighting adjustment. Now, they call it opacity. I don't know why the heck they call it opacity, and I get why it's opacity, but this is, we're not using an editing software where we're gonna go with the opacity name. Just call it brightness adjustment. But for these presets, they don't have brightness adjustment. They have speed for LEDs. We could go fast, medium, and slow. And then we could go clockwise or counterclockwise. But it's not giving us an option for if I want it very bright, if I want a low brightness. It doesn't give us an option. It gives us that option, I'm gonna show you guys, in custom settings. But you do get this cool software that we have different, effects here, and click this, and then it's gonna alternate in different colors. So we're gonna have yellow, and then it's gonna switch to purple or pink, and then we could go faster. Very simple. And then of course here, lighting zones. We have, since we're using 6 fans, so we're gonna go here, bam, bam. We could go like this, so we just click all. We're using it like that. We have color wave. We have this effect. Strobing effect. Now, of course, alternating colors means we could select different colors. I'm not gonna get into that so much. I mean, I showed you guys like that. It's gonna be like this, and then we're gonna go like that. We're gonna increase speed. But I mean, you guys get the gist. You get, this effect. I mean, it looks cool when you have their ecosystem and all of that. But again, guys, it's the whole proprietary thing, which just like pisses me off. I'm feeling what Cooler Master did, even though I'm not a fan of the device itself. The Cooler Master Master Plus, their software was dope. You could use it with I believe you could use it with other fans, aRGB fans. But with the Chroma, it gave us that option as well. We could use them with other fans. We could use them with other LED light strips. I did review it. I'll have it. Definitely check that video out. But with the Chroma, they need to make it smaller. Temperature, again, you know, depending on the CPU, and it gives you a color breakdown. So at 20, and this, and right now it's over 40, it's 40 plus. We're gonna get this, and then here I could customize it, or I could set it, I don't have my keyboard, but I could set it, let's say 80, I want it to be red. But this is pretty cool, I give it that, but I mean, plenty of effects. Now, lighting link, that basically is, it's gonna synchronize all your peripherals. So if you have your mouse, we're gonna click it on spiral rain, right? And it's gonna, or spiral rainbow, and it's gonna have my mouse do the exact same effect. It's gonna have my keyboard, it's gonna have my headphones, whatever Corsair product I have, it's gonna link it, it's gonna synchronize them, and they're all gonna have the same color effect. It is pretty cool. I gotta say, it is pretty cool. Now, for static colors, of course, it's what the name is, it's static colors. Now here, like opacity, I don't understand, bruh, Corsair, you don't gotta be fancy, call it opacity and try to stand out, bruh. Call it brightness. WTF, not a lot of people know what opacity is, but I had no idea what opacity was until I started editing videos. Like, just call it brightness adjustment, bruh. So anyways, this is 0, 16, let's do 50, let's do 70, 72, let's do a buck. I mean, they're all right brightness. I wouldn't say they're like super duper bright. And the white is like a cool looking white. It's not a full white, or maybe just my eyes be bugging. But anyways, we got all these effects. I got, yo, a big like shout out to Corsair. Like, I love when just moving the cursor around, it just changes the colors. I'm feeling that, boy. I'm feeling that. I love that I don't have to like click it. It doesn't have to be a one click. I hate that. Here I could just customize the color, which I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? This is dope. This is fuego. Corsair did this right now. We could add it to the color spectrum. We could do the basically standard colors that they have here, you know, and then you could add them yourselves and, you know, play with the colors. So you have a bunch of customizable, you know, effects here that you could essentially do. What we have here is different gradients, solid colors, wave we could add. So plenty of things we could do. We could select one thing that I was trying to figure out with the software was, if I select, let's say blue, and then I try to select, you see it goes back to blue. So I was not like kind of a bit confused. It's not that much responding. See, it goes back. Like if I select it like this, right? And then if I select it like that, it's gonna then do the colors for me, but it's not, I don't know, maybe it's not as responsive as the Chroma software, but you know, it's something to play around with and you guys could essentially figure out and do it. But I mean, the presets are all there. You could customize, do custom presets, you know, do a bunch of different things. I just have to select all the fans and then you guys are gonna have them. Different color gradients and all that stuff, but I mean, it's all there. It's all there for you. But I just wish that they would have gave us, you see where it says speed, underneath that, just give us brightness adjustment. Why not? It's a quick software fix. I'm mostly 99.99% sure that they're gonna add this on. So if you got cats, just hit them up. If they're watching this, just add this in. I don't understand why you guys are just gonna give this to us without adding it in for brightness adjustment. Get rid of the name opacity, make it brightness adjustment. Try not to be fancy, bro. All right, don't try to fix what ain't broken. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, just keep it pushing. But I mean, that's basically it. We have the hardware lighting. You get these effects. These are all from, I believe, the hardware itself. It's not going to be through software. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you have this, and then you have device settings. This is the firmware which I have. And we go to settings, and I am running the latest. Let's go to update. I'm running version 4.14.179. So this is the latest version which I'm running, guys. But like I said, guys, if you are already in the Corsair ecosystem, then I get it. If you want to stick in and get these fans and, you know, pay the Corsair premium, pay the Corsair tax, I get it. Now, if you're just tuning in and you're like, yo, Kosh, what should I get, this and that, I would personally go with a Razer Chroma. Just make sure you do the good cable management, because the hub is pretty big and it's going to be annoying. But I would go with a Chroma, and then I would drop maybe $40 per fan. So we're talking a 6-pack. Let's say I'm doing 6-packs here since that's what I'm rocking. So let's say we're going to drop $80 for 6 fans, or $100 for $100 6 fans, and then add on chroma, which is gonna be $40, so $140. But what that chroma could give me is I could switch out, change out other fans, and I could still use the chroma, which is dope. Now with Corsair, I can't do that. You know, like I said, without modding it and doing stuff like that for it to work with what do you call it? With the Corsair iCUE, I wouldn't be able to. You know, it wouldn't be as easy as it would be just with the chroma, since it's not proprietary. You got a bunch of fans that are going to be working with. So keep that into account. But overall, Corsair iCUE software, snappy. This is the new version, so the UI is a bit different, but snappy, works really well. I can't fault Corsair. They did a really good job with the software. It has its ups and downs, it has its bugs and whatnot, but you know, thankfully I haven't experienced any yet. Overall, the fans themselves, for me, they're really not worth it. But like I said, if you guys did like them, I'll have a link in the description below. But anyways, let me know what you cats think about these fans. Are they worth it? I think it's a gimmick, the air technology. Like I said before, they just added some grooves and lines to make the air more directional to that one area. But if a fan is already sitting like this, which is, I don't even know how many inches is this, like around 6-7 inches, I think the airflow would already be directional. Like it's not sitting like, you know, a couple of feet away, or so it's gonna go everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a bit of a gimmick. I think, in my opinion, they're going a little gimmick, but let me know what you guys think about these fans. But anyways, I'm KosherTech, boys. I'm gonna catch you next time. Deuces!